Hey everybody, um, Ryan McIntyre here with another video. Um, this video is just going to express where I currently am with my life purpose and how I've come across my true mission and my feelings about it. Um, I on my journey, like as I've been on my twin flame journey for about 3 years, a little more than 3 years, and there's been like a lot of pain involved that I was holding on to on my journey, and I believed that I wasn't able to leave that pain, and I had to fight to finally get out of it instead of just loving that part of myself. Um, but I came across Jeff and Shalia, my spiritual teachers, and their work, and I've really taken in their work, and I've like really isolated myself in a lot of ways while doing the work and processing my feelings and going through a lot of PTSD type depression and un untrue thoughts and illusions that I was creating in my reality. I knew that like as my teachers began to open up their company and created coaches and training program to join, and I jumped right on it because I knew that this work was something that I desired to teach. I used to be a soccer player and a coach, and I was very successful at that. I knew how to motivate and how to do it in truth and to be my authentic self with others, to show them love, but also to be how to get them fired up inside, how to motivate them in that truth, not just love them and then like nurture them there. Like, no, like we have to move forward, right? Like we have to ascend in our like as we learn, we move up the ladder of ascension. As I'm seeing this as like soccer, but it's really like spirit comes into everything that we do, right? And it was like, okay, well, we could go, like I brought them from mediocre to great within just a couple of weeks by bringing that motivation and seeing the light within them and them showing them the light within themselves. And that brought drive to me, that brought a feeling of wholeness to me. And just as playing soccer did in a lot of ways, but I always felt like something was missing. And when I met my twin flame, there was a deep spiritual component to who I am that I began to like unlock and venture into. And as I began to grow out of my old patterns in life, my old ways, my old thought patterns, my old ideas of reality, my old constructs, it was like, this is it, this feels good, this feels right. But there were still parts that were out of alignment. until I came into contact with my spiritual teachers, and their work is just, it's perfect. It's perfectly aligned with God. And there's no part of it that doesn't make full sense, doesn't feel 100% right within my consciousness. And that's what I've been looking for my whole life. It's everything that I am, is this work, because God has a specific role for me within His creation of life. And it's a big role. And the more that I've healed my consciousness, the more that I've filled this role and I've seen how perfect this spiritual community is for me, because it is of God. It's not of follow others, it's not of authority, it's just of love and knowing your role with God and being in your role and expressing that to the world. And your role is who you are. Your work is who you are. Your relationships are who you are. No matter if you want to believe that or not, it's what's happening in your reality. However you believe or perceive things to look is what they become. And how I've come across this understanding of who I am and what I'm here to do in sharing this love with you and sharing this work with you is that I've done the work myself and now can see clearly the truth of existing, the truth of reality. And I still have my upsets that I'm working through. I'm not even in harmonious union yet with my twin flame. But I'm doing the work to have that, and I'm doing the work to be there. And I know that the work that I choose to do is taking me and will take me to perfect union with God. And there's no separation between me and God. And God shows you, as you go deeper with yourself, what feels best for you to do and how to do it. And there's no timeline, there's no divine timing. Like, everything is in divine order by God, and your choices reflect when things will come into their alignment with God. And everything's perfect. I know that I had like this relationship with money, and my love life was very depressing. And that's why my bank account is very depressing. And why my relationship has been very depressing. Because I felt depressed and I wasn't loving myself there. So I'm learning to love myself in all of these places that once felt so big. And so how could they manifest? How could they come together? How could they come into truth? Hello everybody, Ryan here, and today's video is going to discuss me working through depression. Yeah, working through an underlying sluggishness, slowness, judgment, just feeling of hopelessness that I finally have like really worked and dug into using the mirror exercise that my spiritual teachers have showed me, and how important this teaching is, and that anybody dealing with depression on their ascension journey, you can use the mirror exercise to heal this out of your consciousness. And I actually did so today after watching, as I was watching a Twin Flame Ascension School class that Jeff and Shalia, my spiritual teachers, have created, which is Twin Flame Ascension School. For those of you who are on the Twin Flame journey, this is perfect for you, and those of you who are looking to come into alignment with your Twin Flame, it's also, these classes are perfect for you as well. And what the mirror exercise did in this episode was, it was actually with a soul family member of mine, Fabian, where Jeff and Shalia like spoke to this part of him where he was dealing with depression for, it was like over a year or two since they've like known him, and they said like how he was dealing with this underlying depression, and all he needed to do was be present and love this part of himself, love this area that felt depressed and low energy, low vibe, and just hopeless. And he brought love into that space. We visualized like that part of him. So I visualized that part of myself, and I brought love there. And Jeff actually brought like a visualization into it, where it was like, imagine like God's white light moving through like into his heart and expanding in his heart, and just loving that piece of separation consciousness. And that's all that this depression truly was, and he was able to find peace there, and I was able to find peace there. So when you're on this spiritual journey, you're on this path of enlightenment, and you're suffering from like past trauma, depression, the biggest thing to do, what's actually can heal you right in the moment, and it feels insurmountable, but the mirror exercise truly works. I know I stated that sentence weird, but you will just bring love into that area that didn't feel so loved, and filled with that light, filled with God. And that's what our ascension is. And no matter what the upset is, if it's a chronic depression or not, I mean, of course there's more and more love to bring in each situation. But yeah, as long as you're loving that part of yourself, you can completely turn that consciousness from depression to love, like this, as you choose. And that's in any part of your consciousness, and that's why this work is so powerful, and that's why this work is being given to us by God and our spiritual teachers, because it's so crucial in our healing, and it's so powerful and efficient, and there's not a better tool And yeah, I mean, feel free to like ask me any questions. If you'd like to join Twin Flame Ascension School or learn more, we offer like free classes. The first 3 classes free in Twin Flame Ascension School, and also we have Life Purpose class, which is what led me to becoming a Twin Flame coach and understanding my mission here on Earth in bringing Earth to heaven, bringing that consciousness here. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'll leave my email. I'll leave our community's website, Jeff and Shalia's book, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover, which I highly recommend to just get an understanding of the truth about twin flames, and the mirror exercise. And yeah, if you feel inclined to join Twin Flame Ascension School, I will offer you 3 free coaching sessions to get you in alignment as you begin your healing journey, and I can help you into harmonious union with your twin flame. So I think that's it. Feel free to like, share, and comment. Any comments under this video, and I'll be back soon with a new video. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.